All right, so today Trump just got shot at the rally in Pennsylvania, which was absolutely crazy to hear about. Luckily he survived and thankfully he's safe and all. But a move like that was just could have sent the market in such a downward spiral. I would have assumed as soon as that shot came from the shooter. I was watching the crypto market, and man, Bitcoin took a hit. It started coming down, and a few moments later, that Trump got up and raised his fist in the air. Um, there was a reversal right from that point for the crypto market. So, again, like I said, thankfully he's safe and all, and for this coming Monday, I think we're setting up for more upside. Just I know we had a pretty bad, not a bad, but like pullback on this past Friday. This Thursday candle and Friday candle look pretty reversal look, but I think just based off of Trump right now, just the way he just handled it and just coming out okay. I think it's really good for his campaign and everything. But again, I think that could just have a more of a upside implication for the market. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But before I get into it, welcome back to Only Subs. We're doing hundreds of percent every single day. If you want to join the Discord, link is in the description. So just going right into it with QQQ, we printed an inside bar. Now an inside bar again is pretty much indecision. I can tell you this right now. The left is QQQ, by the way. The right is SPY. I'm just doing it side by side so you guys can see both. And the thing with QQQ right now, it needs to clear this 491.62 level. This is your golden pocket. And clearing this, only after it clears that, I think we can look good for more upside. It'll look very bullish because that will then print your cup and handle look, right? And then you got incoming 500 again, and then potentially new all-time highs. So again, that could happen on Monday. Who knows? We'll have to see see what happens. But when Friday did close, there was this huge dark pool order at 494.82, and again, there was a lot of like about almost $1 billion worth of dark pool prints over here. So this could, if these are not shorts or what do you call short? If this is not shorts, then this could, again, like I said, with Trump and everything going on right now, I think this could reverse here. Keep in mind, look, this is in this golden pocket here right now, sitting right in this 495 level. So if it catches that bounce, you're looking good for potential upside. For even as high as I would say, it needs to clear some of these levels first. But like I said, 499 is your big level, 499.62 to 500 basically. If QQQ breaks this level right here, basically this dark pool level, this golden pocket, you're coming down to this 492, 491 level, and this is a trend line. See this white line that's coming here. This is coming from way back here. So if this is broken, I think QQQ is gonna look pretty bearish. Like it's already looking kind of like a head and shoulders type of look right now. If there is more follow through to the downside on QQQ here, this is your line. This is your final line for QQQ. This 491.50-ish level, 492, depending on how sooner or later it tests it. But once this line breaks, it's game over for bulls, I would say, at that point, unless they can reclaim it. But we'll have to see it till then. But that's your line in the sand for QQQ. SPY here. SPY actually testing this golden pocket on Friday. I remember I said that last minute call, that the last minute put that I took in the Discord, that was a 200% win. Just I saw some stuff on the flow coming in, and just in an instant I just had to react to it. Luckily it did get this huge push down. That was just like 3-minute trade for 205% on 560 puts, 0 DTE. But you caught that test over here. It was almost near this golden pocket and caught the bounce. Like I said, similar with QQQ. as of right now, with SPY here, it's QQQ. I would say, it, yeah, it honestly, like, they're kind of like diverging in a way. You see a higher high over here versus QQQ showing a higher low. So higher high on SPY, higher low, a lower high on QQQ. So there's a bit of a divergence between QQQ and SPY right now. So unless SPY and QQQ recover come Monday and invalidating some of these bearish types of looks, you might potentially have to consider downside, especially considering QQQ's at this 495 level, this golden pocket dark pool level, and SPY is also sitting just above the golden pocket here at this 558.83 level. So unless these levels are broken, I think longs are still okay as of right now. Otherwise, if this breaks, you're looking at your downside targets for SPY here: 557.51, 556.73, 555. This is like final line in the sand, and then there's a bit of this 554 level over here that needs to clear, and then you got a free fall all the way down. But till that happens, again, anything can happen. Just be prepared for anything. Always be open-minded when you're trading, right? Don't just think like, oh, it has to do this just because of this confluence or whatever. Like, just always be flexible with these types of things. Another thing I want to point out is VIX here. VIX, I've been just observing over the past like week now, and it's getting really tight. Like, it's in this descending triangle type of pattern here. And if you look at VIX, it literally is sitting at lows. Like, this is like lows. Like, you're looking back from 2012 here, right? And back in 2017, 2018, it hit like low like 9 or 8. So I think, again, VIX is just been chilling in this range for like a while, like some months now, since like May over here. So unless VIX, and again, going back to this triangle pattern, right? If VIX catches this breakout, it tried to get this breakout. And this is what I was saying, like maybe once we saw this breakout happening on Thursday, Friday, that was when I was thinking like, okay, maybe market's finally going to break down. The CPI was coming in, and then, it did come in cool, but then market just, market makers or the hedge funds, they had other plans or whatever, right? Again, SPY and QQQ were overextended, but this was giving an idea. This was looking like it was going to break out, but again, couldn't do it. So now it's still in this range here. So if SPY and the market does continue to rip come Monday, Tuesday this week, again, VIX might just be chilling in this range here. Who knows? But till then, I think VIX needs to be, just taken into consideration, that I think that it could actually break out soon. And just don't forget, like, QQQ and SPY are also at all-time high. Like, the RSI is also very hot here, on QQQ and SPY. So, there has to be some bit of a correction at some point. So, maybe we're getting it right now, and it did cool down a bit, the RSI, but just gotta take it day by day and see how things transpire. So, but yeah, that was VIX. Next up, I want to talk about Tesla. I saw some of you guys were like FOMOing on Tesla because it was getting shorted during the after hours on Thursday, and guess what happened? If you guys would have held your short, you would have been squeezed out the next day. So consider yourselves lucky, right? Because you never know. And this is why, again, from a technical perspective, what was happening was Tesla basically was pulling back. This red line here, I'll show you guys. This is a very long-term trend line that goes all the way back to here, right? You see that coming all the way down, and basically Tesla tested that trend line. That was the bulls. If they could not hold that line, it was a game over, and you would ultimately test this golden pocket here, and then if that broke, Tesla would not look good after that point, honestly. But the fact that bulls were able to reclaim the trend, the hold the trend line, and then shoot back up here, and even on the end of Friday when we had the pullback, it held pretty good here. So it didn't really do too much damage. Tesla's holding up really well right now. And again, Elon supporting Trump, and again, the market just seems like it's taking the Trump survival, so to speak, very well. I think it could benefit Tesla and a bunch of other tickers come Monday. We'll have to see what happens. Keep an open mind, like I said. But as of right now, bulls are looking good on Tesla. If they break this line, right, this 240 to 235 level, this then is not gonna look good, right? So that's your lines to look out for: 235, 240 ish. Maybe it gets tested again, who knows? But otherwise, your upside on Tesla, you gotta clear this 255 and eventually fill this gap here at 263 ish. Then you're looking at this, the recent top that it rejected off of 271. Nvidia also looking like a pretty head and shoulder type of look here, right? You got your left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and now you're looking like Nvidia wants to pull back. It did catch a bit of a pullback with a bunch of stuff. End of the day on Friday was just a straight up sell off. So as of right now, Nvidia needs to hold its 127, 126 level. Heavy dark pool activity, golden pocket sitting right there. Like this is your a lot of support over here. If you break this, this will validate the head and shoulder then. And if you validate that by breaking this, then you can look for shorts under 126, and then you could target down to 124, 123, and then 121-ish. This line over here is the line in the sand for Nvidia. This one is and this is what Amazon did. Like Amazon had the same look. I was telling you guys before, like the same pattern was on Amazon here, and now Nvidia is looking exactly like that. The thing with Amazon here, let me show you exactly what happened. If I still have it, I don't know if I deleted it. Yeah, so right over here, this was the trend line. Let me draw it, right? So from here, I'm just going to do it very roughly, but just like that, okay? The thing with Nvidia is it's still up here. But if you look at Amazon, when it was doing all the same thing Nvidia was, right over here, it was like, oh, look like it's going to go back to 200, 205. Remember we were trading, looking for a 205. And guess what? Pulled back all the way to the trend line. So now Nvidia looks like it wants to test this line. And again, this is just bearish, your bear case scenario basically, right? And then if you're looking at a Nvidia pullback at that point, that's going to be again, depending on the timeline, you're looking at about 123 to 120. 123 to 120 is going to be a test of this trend line. If you break that, Nvidia is going to look pretty bearish. It's going to pull back to as low as you're looking at a pullback down to 118, and then your next level is going to be this 115, and then below that is 110. So those are your levels on Nvidia for downside. But this trend line, I feel like the market might test it, because it just doesn't have to, but I just they catch you when you least expect it, right? Nobody's looking at this trend line, I bet, and nobody's probably looking at this trend line on Nvidia right now. But you guys in Only Subs, you guys are ahead of the game here right now, so don't be surprised if you see a pullback down to 120s. But as of right now, if this level holds this 127, then you're looking good so far. Bulls are looking good right now. The trend is still up. Yes, we did create a lower high, but again, going back to the speculation for this coming Monday based off of Trump, I think we could maybe have a reversal, and we need to clear these certain levels up here, 130.50 and then 132, and then ultimately this all-time, well, not all-time, but this recent high over here, 136. Apple. So Apple was a stock we were trading. Actually, I entered a position. Why did I enter the 235 calls? I'm targeting this area right here, this golden pocket. I'm looking for a new all-time high. It looked really good here until that end of day sell-off. Now, we did get a couple weeks out. You're probably wondering, oh, VJ, but you had time and you're only down like 10%. Why did you sell? Well, honestly, I just want to reposition. I'd rather, I don't mind even if Monday comes pre-market, this thing's gonna start shooting up back up here, let's say. It's fine. I don't care if, I don't get like that feeling of like, oh, I should have held or whatever. That's not the way to think of trading, right? It's better for me this way, the way I trade. I like to reposition and, look for other opportunities, right? I have endless. The market is just so much opportunity everywhere. I don't get stuck on what could have been when I have so much other stuff, so many other potential that I know is going to be there, right? So that's the way I like to think about it, right? So with going back to Apple here, when Apple, and look at this is why I was concerned, because look at Apple on this very macro rising wedge pattern. This is a bearish pattern here. So when Apple got back, and I told you guys this, going under this trend line here was not a good look. And that's pretty much what I was thinking, like maybe this could have been a bull trap, right? You get that push up and then it come back down. What happens a lot of time when that happens? It breaks down, right? Sometimes it does, at least. But I don't want to get caught up in something that could break down, and market was still pushing down. So that 10% would now be like, I don't know, 20-30% based off of this pullback, right? So now you just got to play it like how it is. If you are still holding the Apple calls, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, market could reverse now. Ultimately, I still do feel strongly about this 235, but you need to see this reversal. Otherwise, as of right now, like Apple might fill this gap out and could test the rising wedge breakdown here. If it breaks this line, oh man, you're coming down probably definitely this 128, and this golden pocket conveniently sitting at this 127 level here. Your 50 SMA is over there as well. So you gotta just be cautious about that. Again, you got a few weeks out. Just manage your risk. That's all I say. Manage risk. Amazon I just talked about here, but here's the thing with Amazon right now. Very similar to Amazon actually was not looking good. At end of the day broke down with that bear flag. That was an extended bear flag actually. So remember earlier in the day it tried to break down and then it bulls just so this is how it looked before, right? The line was here, and this line over here was like a little, was it like this? Yeah, like this was drawn like this, and then something like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, and let's pretend this was back here. So this is what happened. This bear flag looked like it was a breaking, but it did, right? It caught a nice move up. However, once the bears capitalized again, then the bear flag just came back into play, and all it did was just get elongated, right? And then you just adjust your lines again, and then you can see it right there, right? And then what happened when it broke down? Right over here. This was I think this makes more sense here. Right over here, once that broke, started ascending. And all at 3:30 p.m. I know one of the guys in the Discord was in a very nice position. However, if you trade on Robinhood, you get wrecked after 3:30 holding same day expiries, 0DT. So you got to be careful on Robinhood. But as of right now, and look again, just going back to this trend line I just drew for you guys. It broke the bear flag. It broke the trend line. It looks super bearish right now. So this looks like a very good short on. Oh God, I moved my line. This looks like a very good short on Amazon right now, just because it's broken this long-term trend here. You broke the bear flag, like again, but then they go back to my speculation with Trump again. This could be a bear trap. If it does bear trap, you're looking back at reclaiming this long-term trend and just pushing up higher, right? You're looking at this 197 level here. And again, I'm going to give you my bear case as well, but you're gonna reclaim this this trend line here. You're gonna test this 197, and then maybe fill out some of these gaps here. It's big gap all the way up here to like 199.50. So see if that happens this Monday, this week in general, if that happens. But otherwise, just straight technical. Amazon probably looks the most bearish out of every other stock right now. Like this could actually break down. This golden pocket right here at 191 could get tested on a breakdown. Clear this 193.31 is going to get tested first. Obviously, a continuation from bears, but you gotta watch out for that 191, 190. I think very likely if there's a breakdown. IWM was the MVP play this week. Incredible play. I'm happy for you guys that banked on this 200, 300%, whatever combined, moves, plays that we took on this. But as of right now, shooting star candle on IWM, pretty bearish look on it. It is 213, still held though. So this 213 I kept saying was the line to the first line that needed to hold. It did held, right? It caught that bounce, and then what happened? Bears try to pull it back down, but still holding it. And again, this is your macro golden pocket here. 210.52 is your second line in the sand, and then this golden pocket down here that's going to get tested after that break. So as of right now, the Bulls are looking pretty precarious, especially with this shooting star candle look right now. So as of right now, I think again, and I think really believe that the thing with IWM, it did nearly test this 215 level, and that was my original target. If it can reclaim like this 215, like clearing these highs over here, I think 217 is very likely. 215 to 216 to 217 after that, but it's looking pretty suspicious right now, just because it's got this is basically a H pattern, right? That's setting up here. Again, this level needs to hold. Manage risk if you guys are in position for this, because again, with IWM in particular, it's more of a rotational play based off of big tech selling off. That's why I took the position, and a lot of the Russell 2000, those smaller companies get more of the rotational, right? The money flows from the big tech to the smaller companies, right? So that was the play for IWM originally, but just be careful. Again, market could send, and then maybe this might consolidate, or who knows, but we'll see, how it plays out. Reddit was a great one. I actually alerted this on just literally the day before it broke out. I pointed this out to you guys. If you guys took the play on this was a 6-point move up from 70 to 676. Incredible move. This is a classic bull flag breakout. Love these setups. And again, if you are swinging this, I think again that's high as 78 to 82 could get tested. This golden pocket. It did test this level, getting a rejection right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe this could pull back all the way and retest this trend line here down at 70. So if you are trading this, just be mindful of that. But other than that, I think again there's Soon also. I pointed this one out. I think Soon SOUN can test this golden pocket. If you break the $7 level, you can test as high as $9 plus, I would say. Very likely on Soon. Soon looks good too. You have some volume coming in here. I'll go on a little bit more of a micro. Yeah, you got like very decent volume coming in. So a lot of accumulation has been taking place over here. Looks good for upside. And then I think INTC was another one you guys were also playing. I think somebody... Yeah, INTC also looks good here. It did catch a rejection, unfortunately. But still looks good, honestly. It's testing this daily gap here. 9 EMA is holding, and maybe it could push up with the rest of the market this week, right, on this pullback here. So if you're in INTC, again, I really think 37 to 40 in the coming weeks or so is likely. If market pulls back, then manage risk at the end of the day. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.